locked up until the day that they come in. But a lot they can do there. But they do have one thing that they will need to do if they're in this position, and that is they purchase their own bats. If they have just gotten or some new bats, they need to bring them in here, and they're going to use this bone that's attached to the table here. That's a big animal bone. And when they get a new bat, it is wood, and it also is very shiny, and they don't want a shiny bat. They say they cannot make as good a contact with them. So they bring their bats in here and take this bone and just rough it up on there, what they call honing the bat. Now they can make better contacts. But it does one other thing, and that is that if they hit that ball and it breaks the bat, air has been taken out by this process of the wood. So when it breaks, it's only going to go into 2 or 3 pieces rather than splintering and flying all over the place. So that's a good part to it. But now we have the ball. And the ball, we use all new balls in the games. But they're shiny. And remember, we didn't want a shiny bat. We're not going to want a shiny ball either. So we take that ball and use a mixture that's been sent to every Major League Baseball team again by a company in New Jersey. It's a mixture. It has dirt and it has volcanic ash. And they tell us there's 3 other ingredients in there, but they said those are our secret. So whatever it is, I don't know, but I do know this other. And we have, it used to be that the umpires did all of this. Some places the umpires still do. But here it is the coach from out in the bullpen. And he gets all the balls together, puts his rubber gloves on, and starts scooping that stuff up and rubbing them on all these balls that he has to prepare for the game. Anybody know how many balls they prepare for each game? What's 12 times 12?
24.
144 balls is exactly what they prepare for each game. It's a lot of balls, isn't it? But the average usage is 95 balls. So they have to be prepared to have a lot there. Okay, any questions so far? Anything you're seeing, you want to know what it is or what's? No? You are either ready for a siesta, a little rest, of course, giving you all of it. Okay? What? Some people will ask us how long or what time do they have to be here for the games. The visiting team must be here no later than 4 o'clock for a 7:05 game. The Angels will be here at 3 because they take batting practice first before the visiting team. The way that they do it is the bus will go over to the hotel, and they'll be out there in front starting at 12 noon. They come out, anybody that comes ready to go, they go. They bring the whole bus over and bring them here. Then they go back, and anybody that's standing out there gets on, they come back. And they just do that back and forth until 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, it's over. And if they aren't here by then, they're going to find their own way. But that's the way that they work it. They also, you might be interested in knowing, there's no batting practice for the Angels, especially on Sundays. The reason being, they provide religious services for them, and they don't want anything to take the place of saying that they have to be somewhere else. They do not, it's not something they have to do, but it is provided, and if they were required to be out taking batting practice, it might take the place, so they save that. But they can go and do go down to the indoor batting cages and use those to get warmed up. And we'll be seeing those in a few minutes. Okay? Yes?
Can you tell us a little bit about what do they use all these things for? Like there's hooks down
put the socks on the ones down on the
They
bottom.
get their own sock up.
Do any of the players have like weird, like, you know, superstitions, you know?
Requests.
You know, requests that they want, you know, something hung, I don't know.
They all have their own way they want their clothes hung, where, when, up
Oh.
and around. They do, they're very particular, each one of them. And I can't tell you what each one of them are, but they tell us, and Bubba will tell us too, a lot of times. It's just the way that they put them into the lockers. Yeah, very superstitious with some of that.
What hotel is that visitor stay at?
You know, it varies, and they make their own arrangements. So I can't take one over the other. Somebody else said, yeah.
What about for cleanup when they come in after the game? Yeah, are they like, do they get fined for throwing their clothes on the floor or things like crazy rules?
They don't throw them on the floor because these gray bins are for their clothes. And anything from just one sock off goes in there. And then they're here again, our people, until their clothes have all been washed and ready to put back in place. Wardrobes here. Yeah, that's all. The gray bins are all for clothes. It's a big department, wardrobe is, and they're very good because they not only do the baseball teams' uniforms, etc. They do all of our clothes. Anybody who works here and wears a uniform, we put it into bins too, and then we back it for the next game, hanging right in our locker. Okay? All right. Did I catch everything, Bill? Okay. Let me give you just a little story of something that happened in this room, and then we're gonna move on. In 2002, for the World Series, this is the room that the Giants were in. In the sixth game, they honestly thought that the World Series was over and that the Giants had won. Major League Baseball, who takes over everything in the postseason, got a hold of our maintenance people and said, get down there and get that room prepared for the party. Plastic, everything. So this was covered. Ceilings, walls, floors, you know, furniture, everything. The ice was all here, the champagne was here, everything ready to go. And then what happened? What happened? Yeah, Scott Spezio, first baseman, hit that ball and it changed that game forever. Well, they had all this stuff down here. So Major League Baseball quickly gets to the maintenance again and says, get it out of there. Well, how embarrassing it's going to be if they come down and we have to say, you know, you can't touch, you can't touch. Well, we thought that they had gotten it all out, but we found out later through a book that Tim Salmon wrote that there were two players on the Giants team that were not actually playing out on the field at the time, but they thought also that it was all over. And they had come down and actually popped it up. Now, it really didn't matter because when it all ended, it was over, the party was across the way. But it made some things happen that don't normally happen. For instance, they usually present the trophy inside the clubhouse during the party time. This time, the guys all ran to come down the stairs to go to the clubhouse. And guess what? They turned right around and came right back out on the field because they hadn't even started to prepare that room for the party yet. So they presented the trophy out on the field that time. It was just a comedy of errors is what it was, but it was a lot of fun anyway. Okay, oh, and I forgot to tell you that the party's going to be across the way here. Did you know that? Well, they won't let me tell you when because it's a secret. Come and see me, it's going to happen. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, then we're going to go down some more stairs. We're going lower. And we're going to see how it feels now. I want you to just look how close it is from here to where we stopped first. That's where they'd be going to the dugout. Okay? We're going out this door over here. So you follow me over to this one. You ready? Okay, let's go this way.